So today I'm going to test out these pencils. This is the pretty much topic of this video. I'll be drawing a portrait on this Archies 300 GSM watercolor paper, and for now I need a page to test them out. This is used. Okay, now we are good to go. Hello everyone, my name is Arnab and welcome to AH Protocol. And let me tell you at first that I put this short just because I thought this would look cool. This video isn't sponsored by Faber Castell by any means. I wish they could. But this product is on me. I have seen many artists favor this set of pencils, so here I am trying out these pencils for you and to tell you are they worthy enough to spend some extra money. Okay, this metal box looks premium and also feels premium too in hand, and especially the matte green color looks so attractive, but I get this. This is subjective, you might not feel the same like me, and for me these are really nice looking pencils. I'm loving this gold accent top of this matte green color. These pencils came pre-sharpened out of the box like every other Faber-Castell pencils, at least most of them, and the wood quality is also good, but the thing matters most is their performance. And before jumping onto the portrait, I'd really like to test them out, and for that I have break this test into 5 simple parts which are really helpful for any kind of artworks, which are swatching, shading and blending, erasing, medium switching and applying. Swatching is the most simple and basic among all. Here I am just applying all the shades in layers to see how much lighter and how much darker values I can get out of these pencils without blending them out. Yes, in this process lighter and darker shades are kinda look in smooth transition, but this is okay. I'm not applying any kind of blending tools. Shading and blending. I'm dividing the shading and blending part into 2 sub parts, which are blending with brush and blending with stumps. Because I find brush and stumps produce slightly different results in mainly graphite blending. I find both of the results are really useful for me, and most of the time I use both in a single piece of artwork. And here I am creating lighter to darker shades from left to right by layering and switching the pencils. And after that I'll be mainly focusing on the blending part, which is more important part in this case scenario, because I have already observed the values by swatching. And while doing this happened, a power cut, and this is really unusual in my locality. But after a couple of hours the power got back, and without wasting any time I jumped onto the testing part again. And yes, sometimes using blending stumps turns out to be a very good advantage because it carries lots of graphite with it. Erasing. Erasing is also a basic part of a realistic drawing too. Obviously you can erase if you have done something wrong, but for a realistic artwork erasing is mainly used to create highlights. And to create highlights, some other stuffs like white gel pen, White charcoal pencils are also common to use. So here I am filling up the bar with a darker shade in layers and blending it 1/3 with brush, 1/3 with stumps and leaving the rest unblend. And now you can see the results for yourself. You might be thinking that apart from the electrical eraser and white gel pen, nothing could bring the total white of the paper, but that is okay for me because I know I can work with this in final artwork. But yes, I have to admit white charcoal is totally useless in this scenario. Moving on to the next part, medium switching. Here I am just testing if I could use the pencils over the charcoal or maybe charcoal over these pencils. Steps of this process is so simple, just need to layer these pencils and put charcoal over it and vice versa. Using this charcoals over this, I guess I can use it if I need it, but applying these pencils over the charcoal is pointless, and to be honest this is kinda obvious. And the final part of the testing is applying. Sometimes drawing with 3D shapes using new supplies makes you more comfortable with the supplies. This could be cube or maybe a pyramid or maybe something else. But for me, sphere works the best. I'm going kinda loose here, not aiming for super refined work, but trying to apply all the knowledge I have gathered from this test. With this overall test, what I feel that these pencils are good. And yes, obviously they are better than the ordinary cheap ones. But if you ask me if they are the best pencils among the graphite, well, I am not sure yet, but these have potential though. Before giving any conclusion, I would like to spend some time with this, at least 10 plus hours, and for that, now I need to draw a portrait. Okay, right now I am ready for the main work. And before starting this kind of work, I usually sharpen up my pencils to the very fine point. Sometimes I use cutter like this. Sometimes I use manual sharpeners like this. I feel this works really good, but I believe that the most efficient way for me is to use this kind of cheap sharpeners. Yes, this kind of sharpeners doesn't last very long. They tend to become dull very quickly. So I keep changing them repeatedly. When I feel that this sharpness becoming dull, I switch the sharpness without any hesitation. For this I always keep my stocks full because I never want to compromise with my pencils. But what I found in this Faber Castell 9000, that the higher grade pencils like 8B or maybe 6B got sharpened flawlessly with these cheap but new sharpeners. I mean these ones. As you can see, this is holding a very sharp point, but if you look closely, this is the grade B pencil. I have lost this much on first sharpening. I don't know if it's clearly visible on camera or not, but this didn't get sharpened pretty well too. Its lead was keep breaking until I lose this much. I don't know what happened with this. Maybe it's a defective product, or maybe harder leads don't work well with this kind of sharpness. I thought I should share with you guys. Well, this is kinda negative side for this product, but now it's time to explore more about these pencils. With this test and this whole A3 size paper, now I am finally came to some conclusion on these pencils. I got some pros and some cons too. For pros, I got 3 points. In addition, they hold up to the very sharp point for a very long time, so you don't need to sharpen them every couple of minutes. To begin with, these are some good quality graphite, so this can be blended as required if you work in layers. Furthermore, this pencil doesn't produce too much graphite shine, so these are really good for representable artworks. And for the cons, first of all, the darkest pencil of this series is only 8B. So sometimes it can be a problem if you don't have any other darker pencils than this from any other brand obviously. In conclusion, these pencils are on the little bit expensive side. If you just want them, just go for it. These are not bad by any means. Actually, these are one of the best pencils I have ever used. But if you're on the beginner side, then I would like to suggest you some more cheaper options like Artline or maybe Kohinoor or Brusto or maybe Staedtler yellow ones. Yes, that's it. So guys, this is it for today and I hope you find this video helpful and informative. If you do so, please leave a like for me and do share this video with your artist buddies and with those who might find this video helpful. And please share your thoughts on this artwork. I would really love to read your comments. And let me show you. This is a bit shiny just because I have used a lot more layer than usual, but in this artwork you won't get that shine. If you look closely, this is a little bit different than this just because of this paper, and I haven't used that much of a graphite on a single place. Yeah, that's it. So if you are new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And yeah, that's it. Hope to see you in the next one. Adios amigo.